Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new arrival drop coming today here at NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, which does look to have some really interesting names and cards sprinkled throughout. The reason I'm wearing the hood, by the way, I'm cold, so in case you're wondering, just so you know. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it and let's take a look at this drop. So we have ourselves, just like last week, 4 Amethyst, 4 Diamonds, 3 Pink Diamonds, 1 WNBA player at each tier, with the rest being NBA players. And I will say at each tier, it looks like we do have some budget options that are probably going to be really good cards. So that is a W. Ricky Rubio is the first player in this drop. He is not great, being a not very good interior defender at all, who is only 6'2" and can't dunk, 82 3 ball, 86 speed. He's got great passing stats and great perimeter defense, but unfortunately I don't think one Hall of Fame badge being dimer, a lack of slashing, lack of elite shooting, I don't know if there's enough here overall for this card to truly be a really good option. Unfortunately, I do think he likely potentially could be okay-ish. I mean, probably a good offline card, I guess, but I don't think this card's going to be, in all likelihood, anything particularly special when it comes to the point guard position. Definitely one of the cards who does not stand out here at all. Now, you know who does stand out? Obi Toppin. This card's going to stand out at the power forward position. He's very similar to a guy like Pascal Siakam, honestly, from domination. 86 speed, 84 3 ball, 95 standing and driving dunk. The athleticism is absolutely elite, and the defense isn't bad either. He's got 83 offensive and 84 defensive rebounding. I know he's not a huge center or power, or certainly not center, but not even a huge power forward by any means. But you're looking at a card here who's got the size to be decently competitive at the power forward position, while having incredible athletic ability and the ability to be a really nice pick and pop threat, space the floor, all that type of stuff as well. And I think, I mean, obviously to start with, the athleticism is just off rip extremely valuable and extremely elite. But then when you combine everything else into the picture as well with a card like this, you're looking at what has the potential to be one of the better cards, I would say, at the power forward position that's available in the game right now, especially considering, again, the fact that this card's probably going to cost, I mean, I would think 15,000 MT. Like, I don't know. We'll have to see what the pack odds maybe look like. Maybe it'll be a little bit more than that. Maybe 25K. But either way, I don't have high expectations he's going to be this super expensive card by any means, if nothing else. So Obi's a nice option at the Amethyst tier. Definitely not bad. Kiki Irfan. I don't know a lot about her. I've heard of her name, but I don't know a lot about her. Is she a rookie? I think she might be a rookie. I don't even know, honestly. She might not be. 6'3" to 6'8" wingspan, though, at power forward is just, I'm sorry, let's be honest. A 6'3" weight height with 6'8" wingspan at power forward with a 73 ball. She can kind of dunk, I guess. 70 driving dunk, but no. Like this, why would anybody run this card? You know what I mean? This is the problem with the WNBA players, unfortunately. It's like this card has no role in any team, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, I don't know. Just that's kind of how a lot of the WNBA players are going to be, unfortunately. It's the one reason I'm like, I don't even really know what the point is for the most part, but whatever. Jerry Stackhouse, 6'6" with a 6'8" wingspan. This is a shooting guard who's 3 inches taller than her, by the way. 87 speed, 87 3 ball, 95 driving dunk. A lot to like offensively. Good shooter, good speed, good slasher. The defense leaves a lot to be desired, unfortunately. So you have what looks to be probably not an incredible jumper. Vanderbilt's jumper isn't generally that crazy fast or anything. Dame escape is good, but normal dribble style isn't crazy. Yeah, behind the back, I don't know. Yeah, on a step back, I don't know. Like, probably not the greatest SIGs overall, I would have to think. And the lack of defense is really what kills this card. I like the fact that he's fast, can shoot, can dunk, but you gotta have defense even at this point in the year, and he has absolutely none. So gonna have to pass on Jerry Stackhouse as well. Personally, Obi Toppin to me stands out pretty easily as the only Amethyst from today's drop that I personally would be all that interested in getting for myself. Y'all might disagree, but to me, Obi is definitely by far the best of the Amethysts. Marcus Camby, 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, 86 speed, 82 3 ball, 95 standing and driving dunk with a 98 interior and a 98 block. This card is going to be awesome. Now, I will say one thing about Marcus Camby. He is extremely good defensively. He's got nice athletic abilities. He's got extremely good athleticism as well, but his jumper is ugly. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is not a very good shot, And even with an 82 3 ball, he might struggle a little bit when it comes to some of the shot creation stuff that you want him to do. Now, at the same time, I do think overall this Camby card should still be a very good option at the big man spot. Even with a mediocre jumper, a guy who's got the athletic ability he has at 86 speed, and also the elite finishing, 95 standing, 95 driving, and the elite interior in a game where paint offense is as good as it is. While I don't think he's massive at 6'11" and 7'3" wingspan, this card's really interesting to me at the center position, because that level of interior defense and interior offense while still being fast and potentially somewhat able to shoot the ball, that's a recipe for a very, very, very good card, in my personal opinion. This Camby card looks absolutely elite, and even with the bad jumper, I do think this is probably one of the better big men right now, and I would definitely consider picking him up. He should be very, very solid because of the completeness stat and badge-wise. Kalia Copper is a 6'1" shooting guard. Again, it's just too small, you know what I mean? Like, if this card could play point guard, maybe, but even then, can't dunk. I guess 85 interior is nice, I will say, 92 3 ball, 91 speed, but unfortunately, I just don't think that it's going to cut it in general. You know what I mean? She does have Curry slide, she does have Kobe escape. There's actually some movement there, but if this card could play point guard, you'd be like, maybe he's interesting. A little bit of movement, maybe a good jumper. I have no idea what these WNBA jumpers, like which ones are good and which ones aren't in terms of the numbered jumpers, but maybe she could be all right. I don't think realistically right now, the 6'1" shooting guard, that's just not ever going to cut it. You know what I mean? So again, Kalia Copper, unfortunately, is not going to be all that good of a card. Chris Paul's is good, but I mean, honestly, I kind of struggles with the same thing Kalia Copper does. 6 foot with a 6'4" wingspan at point guard. Like, at least he can play point guard, not shooting guard. But at the same time, he's 78 interior, but 6 foot. And it's just going to hold him back despite the stats being really good. This card was really good last year. He got a diamond in season 1 and he was awesome. But the thing about last year's My Team versus this year's My Team is that last year we didn't have all these wild gem, tall, good point guards that people are using, like a Richie Guerin or a Marcus Smart or a Spencer Dinwiddie or a Danny Ainge or et cetera, et cetera. There's like literally 5, 6 more point guards I can name at least that are high level options that they dropped in the wild gems promo. And I think because of that, it has made a guy like Chris Paul a little less interesting, because people don't want a 6 foot point guard on the court already, you know what I mean, even this early in the year. So as good as he will probably be, as good as he is stat and badge wise, I don't think he's going to be quite as good and quite as widely used as he was last year overall, just because of that lack of size, even at this point in the year. Andrew Wiggins will likely be used by a lot of people. Being 6'8" with a 7 foot wingspan with elite level slashing ability generally does that. But he's good defensively, he's fast, he's got good shooting ability, his jumper's going to be solid, it always is, and he is an extremely elite slasher with great dunk animations. Now, all of his dribble sigs are basic sigs, besides dribble style, which is pro, which is not that bad, but it's not the best. And he has his own fade, which I don't believe is very good either. I think it's only decent going right, going left. I don't think it's very solid. So this is a card who realistically is going to be mainly a slasher, I think. Although he can obviously shoot the ball well, has offset shot, 92 speed, 97 driving dunk, but 87 3 ball, 90 mid range as well. I mean, look, I think this card will be very, very good. I don't think he's going to do much shot creation whatsoever, but the athletic ability will make him useful with the ball in his hand, especially at this point in the year. And I will say, hopefully the jumper's pretty good. Defensively, he should absolutely hold his own against nearly anybody. Being 6'8" with that 7 foot wingspan, that'll help. Overall, Wiggins looks really, really good. And then we move on to the pink diamonds. You got Paige Beckers, Jimmy Butler, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Paige being 6 foot with a 5'11" wingspan is just not going to work, though. 25 standing and driving and a 59 interior. If you pay a lot of MT for a 25 dunking, 59 interior, 6 foot point guard, I don't know what to tell you, to be totally honest. I would not even consider picking this card up. All normal sigs as well, besides pro dribble style. Not even a consideration in my mind. I would pass so fast. If you pull a pink diamond and it's Paige Beckers today, I'm sorry, legitimately. That's all I have to say. Next up, Jimmy Butler. This card also very good. 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, 91 speed, 84 3 ball, 85 driving dunk. Great defender. Obviously one of the better defensive shooting guards in the game. The problem with Jimmy is that Scottie Pippen kind of outclasses him across the board. He's bigger, his jumper's better, he's a better slasher, he's a little bit better defensively even. Like, as a whole, as good as Jimmy is, Scottie is just better. Better movement, better fade, better jump shot, better defense, better size, better slashing. It's like, to me, look, this card's really good. There's a lot of good wild gems, a lot of good budget options at the shooting guard position, guys like Clay and Bruce Bowen that almost everybody has as well. To me, Jimmy Butler, no brainer. Probably not worth the pickup unless you're a huge Jimmy fan. Now, if you're a big Jimmy fan, his card should be very good. I'm not going to sit here and say this card isn't good. just the price tag is going to be expensive for what he provides compared to a lot of your other shooting guard options. Even like a Wiggins, I'd rather have Wiggins than Jimmy, just because price point wise, Wiggins is going to be a much better option overall than Jimmy probably is. And then the final card in today's draw, obviously an absolute beast in Giannis Antetokounmpo, 6'11" with 7'4" wingspan. His slashing and finishing should be extremely good, and his defense should also be extremely good as well. But a 65 3-ball is low, even with a shoe, even with badges added. That's not ideal. I certainly wouldn't personally want that as of right now. He's not going to have much in terms of movement. He never really does early in the year, but he is going to be able to have that Giannis cross. Maybe he'll move a little better this year than he has the last couple years in general, just because of the way the movement is. And I mean, obviously, if you can hit consistently with his jumper, this is going to be one of the best power forwards in the game. Question is going to be, how's the jump shot look this year? How consistent is it? And can he be that guy? Because if so, Giannis is likely to be one of the best power forwards in the game. That being said, will likely be by far the most expensive card in today's drop. And it's another guy who, very similar to Jimmy, it's like, look, he's probably the best power forward, or one of the best power forwards at a very minimum. He might not be the very best. It might be KG or Embiid or somebody like that, but he's at least in the discussion for very best power forward in the game. But again, are we paying $1 million MT for a 65 3-ball dude? Probably not, at least in my opinion. Again, it's a matter of opinion, but for me, I think I'm probably not going to be doing that. That being said, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Let me know who y'all are excited to pick up from today. There are some guys that I definitely would like to target. Guys like Wiggins, Camby, and Toppin are both all really interesting options to me. And obviously the pink diamonds, I mean, Giannis and Jimmy are good too. Just, I'm not paying their price tags. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.